Hey everybody, Dave Williamson here. Dave Williamson from the Toy Car Collector. I am the Toy Car Collector, and that's ToyCarCollector.com. And today's episode is about rumblers. Not all rumblers, maybe all rumblers. Let's see. We'll see how it goes. I got this case in. It's a rumbler case. And here is the rumbler case. You know what it looks like if you've ever seen one before. If you've never seen one before, you don't know what it looks like. And this is the original hang tag from the Rumblers case. Probably more valuable than the case itself. It's quite nice shape for a, what is this thing? This thing was made in 1970, so it's old. What is that, 46 years ago? Is that right? Yes, 46 years ago, the Rumblers Roarin' 8 case. And the Roarin' 8 case is here. The whole thing blue. And guess what? Inside the Roaring 8 case are rumblers. So let's get ready to rumblers. And starting off with the first rumbler, I believe this one is called the Hightailer. Look at that. Hightail, Hightailer. Now, one of the nice things about rumblers is that they're fun to collect. They look great. A little complicated because I believe all of the rumblers, if you notice this line down the middle, all of the rumblers are two pieces, and sometimes one side will be shiny and sometimes the other side will be dull. In this case, this one is shiny on both sides because the person who collected these got them from me and only chose the best ones I had ever had at the time. So that one is a Hightailer and this one is a Hightailer. Let's take a look and see if there's a difference. Looks like the color of the plastic is about the same. The riders are two different colors. You have a one tan rider, one blue rider. Condition is very nice. I see nice chrome on both sides of this fella here. So that's an extra specially nice Hightailer. And they have all of the wheels on it. Uh-oh, look at this. Here is another Hightailer. I had no idea. It's the first time I've opened up this box to see what's inside. This one is a light blue rider. Ooh, he needs a bath. He's dirty. And as you can see, the chrome is not as good on this one as on this one. So when you're out there collecting rumblers, there's always upgrade possibilities. As with most collecting, you get, at first when you start collecting, you get whatever you can find. And then later on, you upgrade to the finest examples that you can find. Now this one also has a little bent wheel on the front there. And look at that, this fella liked Hightailers. Here's another one, and this one has super shiny chrome. Nice little tan rider, light green. We'll have to take a look and see what the guide shows as being the most difficult color. I don't know if I've seen these two colors before. Let's take a look. Hang on, I'll get the book out and we'll look at it. All right, I have opened up my edition of the Redline Companion Identification and Values by Jack Clark and Robert P. Wicker, one of the best books. Well, it's actually the only book that ever covered all of these topics, such as the Hightailer motorcycle. Let's look at the chart down here. Color orange, that's the common one. Red, light green, dark blue. Those are, look at the dark blue, apparently has twice the value of the orange. Now, you'll see that there are prices here, but these prices are very old. This book was published in 2007, and typically what we use the price guides for is to figure out which one is more difficult. So, you know, this one says an orange motorcycle is $40, but you're never going to find it for 40 bucks. Not a really nice one, maybe a dull one. But the blue one is valued at twice the orange. The green is 3 times the orange, and the light brown is 15 times the orange. So that information is always good to know, because I would sell this motorcycle for $79 and it would sell quite easily at that price. And then the blue is worth twice that. So there you go, 150, something like that. We'll have to wait and see. Let's take a look and see what else we have here. We have this, I think this is the Street Snorter. Let me double check. I believe it is the Street Snorter. 2 of those, awfully nice. One is very nice. You're always going to pay top dollar for the very nice ones, but you can usually get a good price on the ones that maybe are a little dull. If you look closely at this one, you'll notice that back wheel has got rust on it. Oh, look at my fingers. I painted and cleaned all day yesterday. Oh, my hands are torn up. Should have wore gloves. check this out. Now that's beautiful, and that is nice. It's all right, but you're going to always get a good price on this one. And you're going to pay dearly for the most beautiful pieces that you can find. Let's double check that name, make sure we have it right. All right, there she is. She is the Roadhog. Now look at that green one in the picture there. I have never seen that one. And there's the orange. I've seen a bunch of those. There's the yellow. Not sure I've seen too many of those. And then the orange. So looking at the colors here, the dark blue is the common, orange, common, red, common, light brown. Look at that. 275 versus 40. So what is that, like 10? No, not 10 times. Like, see, 40 goes into, let's see, 5, 6, 7 times as valuable. And the yellow is like 20 times as valuable. And the green, look at that. That's why I've never seen those. They're just so expensive. It's so cool. Everybody wants the rarities. Oh, look at this. This one's neat, huh? Look at that. I've always liked this one. Look at that. It's called, got the name right on the side there, Straightaway. I do not see these very often. Not too often at all. Let's go over here to a little more light. That is a beauty. The Straightaway. I used to have a whole collection of these, not the rare ones, but all the common ones, and they look fantastic together. Look at this one, is the bike with the fairing on it. That's a neat one. What is that? That one is called what? The Rip Snorter, 1971 Rip Snorter. Good looking bike. That is a good looking bike. As you can see, the more rumblers I set out here, the better they look. They just keep getting better looking the more you add to your collection. This one, I think, is the Mean Machine. Yep, it is the Mean Machine. This one has the black and orange, which is the most common. And there's nothing rare in this model. You've got the black orange, the black red, and the black with the dark blue. All reasonably valued according to the information in the guide. And here, well, there we go. Here's another one. This one is the black. Got a green rider. I think it's the appropriate rider. Not sure. Looking at the book. Riders can be interchanged on some of the bikes, so you never know exactly. But there are some rare riders as well as rare. That green rider, I believe, actually goes on the Praying Mantis. I don't know if the green rider goes on there. Let me check the book. All right, after checking the information, even in the price guide, you have to see that the riders and the motorcycles are valued separately because you have a variety of riders. And look at this. We have this one again. What is that? The Roadhog? Is that right? Roadhog? Yes. Another dark blue Roadhog. This time with a brown rider. There's 3 of those. And over here we have a... This is a high-tailer, but without the tail, so it's a low-tailer, or actually a no-tailer. Got a good rider on it, though, brown rider. See, this is missing there. Now it just looks like a race bike. Let's put that one down and go back and take a look at the information about the riders. All right, now we have the book out again. Let's take a look at some of the riders real quick. So you have the number 5, which is a guy who's laying down, and he has a 5 on his back. Let's see, he's kind of laying down. Let's see, do we have any of those here? This guy's got a 6. Here's one with a 5 on his back. He's brown, which is the second most common. Light green with white is the hardest one. A number 5, he's a 5. There's a 5. You got tan. You got light blue. Light blue. This one is about mid-range in the difficulty to find. The light blue. We got the dark. We got the regular blue and the tan. Got lots of number 5s over here on these bikes. 6s. All right. Next one is number 6 on the list here. Number 6. We got a few of those on our bikes. We got a brown. Got some nope, just brown on the number 6. He has some rare colors like light blue again. All right, going next, Caps. Caps rides on the 3-wheeler, the Sizzler type, the chop cycles, okay? And then we have this guy here who is Finn. He rides on also the, wait a minute, what does he ride on? He rides on, Let's see, Rumbler motorcycle, a variety as well as a Motors Oak and Triking Viking. The Triking Viking always has a gold helmet. Boy, he's a hard one. He's a hard one to find. Oh, and then there's the Hog, who's brown. He's the guy who rides on this one here. Brown, tan, silver is hard to get, according to this. And then Shades. Shades is this fellow over here. Shades. And he is light green, so he's one of the harder ones to get. And you've got blue, tan, and such colors, tops. Pretty cool. Prototype riders. All of this information is in this book. Unfortunately, you cannot get this book because it is out of print. It is the Hot Wheels Redline Guide, Identification Values, 68 to 77, Jack Clark and Robert P. Wicker. One of the best books ever written about the Hot Wheels hobby, and unfortunately not available anymore. So that wraps up my video on the Rumblers. Let's get ready to rumble, and you can run them on your track because you got the four-wheel guides, and it's always best to find the guides and find the motorcycles together. It kind of tells you that they've been well taken care of, that all the parts are still there. Like these. Now these will be available on my website soon. And they are so fantastically cool. And the box, too, is so fantastically cool. And the Rumblers Roaring 8 tag. Pretty cool. And that has been Rumblers by Dave Williamson. Thank you for stopping by and watching my video. Hope you have a nice day and have a Merry Christmas, because Christmas is coming and you may get Hot Wheels for Christmas. Bye now.